Hello everybody, it's TMOG Welcome to a LEGO Ninjago set review. Time to look at set number 71768, Golden Jay's Dragon Bike. This is a set that released in October 1st of 2022, contains 137 pieces and 2 minifigures. And I just want to comment and say this is actually quite a small box compared to what you normally expect with a 25 Canadian set price point for a set. Anyway, let's have a look at the build. So here we have the Golden Dragon motorbike. This is a pretty simplistic looking motorcycle from the Ninjago line. Has some lightning trails coming out of the side at the back, so that's pretty cool. I actually was very impressed with the build technique for the back tire because it's literally taken these old hubcaps and connected them together with the rubber tire being in the middle. So there's nothing really supporting the inside of the rubber tire, so you could really compress it down if it need be, but that's something that I think is still pretty cool. There are a total of 3 stickers throughout the build, 1, 2, and 3, so that's pretty cool. And the only real play feature with this build is you're able to flip up the dragon dual molded head to do like a chomping action on its own, and there's the same one that was used with the Core Wave, I believe, just in a different mold of golden, translucent yellow, so that's pretty cool. Then you have this dual, I want to say, molded wheel, which has some rubber on the outside and then actual gold molding on the inside, so that's pretty cool. You do have a kickstand that is on the bike, and you can flip that up or just flip that down depending on how you want to display the bike. Now, my biggest issue with this set is actually the minifigure in terms of how you put the figure on the build. So you have one of 2 options. You could try and display the minifigure like so onto here. You want to try and align it onto the brown piece right there, which can be a bit of a hassle. You'll see in a second here, because you have to spread out the wings just enough, and then once you get that aligned, that's as best you can get it. You can't really get them to hold on to the controls. So that's kind of sucky, honestly, but whatever. But it does fit on there nonetheless, and that does look really cool. Kind of adds more depth to it. Looks like a dragon in a bike. But anyway, the only other option for getting this to work is if you don't have a weapon in his hand, which honestly I don't know where you put it. Kind of wish there would have been weapon storage or something. And you just tilt the hands a bit, put it on the controls, and have that snap in place like so. And you just kind of have them free floating right there. Doesn't really connect into the studs at the back there, so it's just kind of free floating there. But I guess if you want them to look like that, that's how you get that done. The bike does roll around quite nicely, but again, you gotta make sure those wings don't touch the back of the tire, otherwise it won't work properly. But yeah, pretty solid build nonetheless. Anyway, speaking of the minifigures, let's have a closer look at them after we look at the little side build. So the side build with this set is a small buildable crystal spider. Kind of cool. Definitely looks like how it appears in what has been released for the show already. So I like how they pulled that off. Doesn't really have much playability to it other than it can just creepy claw all over the place, that kind of stuff. So it's a nice inclusion. Anyway, let's have a look at the minifigures now. Taking a look at the first minifigure included in this set, you have the Vengestone Warrior. This figure is not exclusive, but it is the cheapest way to get your hands on this minifigure so far as a tennis recording, and he practically comes in almost all the LEGO Ninjago crystallized sets, so it's a great army builder. He has a translucent printed leg, so that gives me Chima vibes, not gonna lie, along with a translucent arm. So that's really cool. And then you have this new molded head that kind of looks like a rat, not gonna lie, but it's got some dual molding, and that's pretty cool. And his weapon is a crystallized sword, and that uses a different type of quality of plastic. It's quite bendable, although I wouldn't suggest bending it all the way, but still a unique mold for a weapon, and it's pretty cool. Anyway. And for the final minifigure that's included in this set, you have Jay in his golden dragon outfit. This is quite a huge minifigure, mainly due to the wings themselves, but it's still an awesome looking minifigure. His weapon is the Nunchucks of Lightning using the new golden weapon molds that comes in a weapons pack, but we'll look at that later when we look at the extras. But anyway, it has translucent arms and legs with printing on the legs. Really cool. I definitely would love to see LEGO tackle a translucent torso, almost give us what would look like a Force Ghost minifigure. Anyway, this figure just looks awesome. It uses the wings that were first introduced with the core sets. They're the exact same ones used in the Thunder Dragon Evo set that was released earlier in 2022, and it does have a unique shoulder armor piece to make it so you can connect those wings, as well as a dragon helmet that is exclusive with the dual molding of translucent yellow and gold. So that's pretty cool. And then removing the dragon helmet and the shoulder armor, you're able to have a better look at the facial print, which is not exclusive, unfortunately. It came in the cheaper spinner set that released earlier this year for Ninjago, and you can have a better look at that back torso print, which has Jay's Ninjago's symbol, I guess. Anyway, this minifigure isn't really that exclusive, as it will appear in a activity book that is releasing, I believe, later this year, just without the wings. So that activity book is a cheaper way to get your hands on that figure, just minus the wings, but you're going to end up buying the wings anyways, so it's better just to get it in this set. Anyway, nothing really much else to say about this minifigure other than how amazing it is, so let's have a look at what else is included in this set. Taking a quick look at the instructions, yikes, this doesn't look good at all. That's not a very good looking cover, but anyway, moving on. It just tells you about, there's all the building instructions. Then this honestly looks like how the instructions normally do for any Lego set. Unfortunately, they kept the progress bar, but they just replaced it with an actual dot, not the actual minifigure. So that kind of disappoints me. I kind of liked it when they had the minifigure as a progress bar on the bottom, so shame on you, Lego. Anyway, flipping all the way to the back, you can see what the completed model should look like, as we showed off earlier. You have an advertisement for the other Ninjago crystallized sets, and then you just have a parts listing that goes on for 2 pages, and then a win at the back, and man, get that away. That doesn't look good. In terms of extra parts, this is all that I got in my copy of the set, plus the weapons pack that I was telling you about with all the golden weapon pieces, therefore making this the cheapest way to get your hands on all the new golden weapon pieces. Overall, this is an okay set. Personally, I only picked this up because I felt like it was worth it to spend the extra $10 to get my hands on a build, because again, the activity book is coming out and you're going to end up paying around the amount the set costs to buy the activity book plus the wings. So it's just better to just buy it from the set on its own. You get a little bit more of your value if you're just hunting for that golden dragon minifigure. So I'd say that's the only reason for picking this up. Other than that, it's probably a pass because the build doesn't even fully function, in my opinion, with the figure that's included. So, I don't know. Those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, all that fun stuff. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.